Right. This one here too. I did a review of this probably about a month, maybe a month ago. This is wonderful too.
This is Harry Allen, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And this has got some great tunes on it as well. I really like "What a Wonderful World," the version on here, "Moon and Sand." This is pretty cool. "Dear Old Stockholm," but that's kind of a different. That kind of took me by surprise because it's a little bit different than other versions of "Dear Old Stockholm,"
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
So
This is,
yeah,
yes, I have to tell you, okay, about that. This is, of course, Dear Old Stockholm. It's a Swedish folk song, which is not about Stockholm at all. It's about Värmeland, beautiful Värmeland. So I thought we recorded it the way that it originally went when the original version of that Swedish song.
okay, interesting.
Yeah. So and I changed the harmony. Of course we all heard and liked Miles Davis version,
Yeah,
of course, but we did it this way, the original way. And actually Stan Getz was the one to record it, and I think Miles have heard it, Stan Getz doing it, and he decided to make his own version. Probably with help of Gil Evans or something, because the arrangement they made, I think it's sounds like Gil Evans could have something to do with that. But anyway, so we recorded it like this. But then my company, when I start making trio record next time, they said, "Yeah, we know you made this version, Dear Old Stockholm, but we'd like for you to play trio version." So we recorded that kind of like the Miles Davis arrangement, more or less close to Miles Davis arrangement with
right.
the
Okay.
trio. On the which record is that? Well, one of those records, How High the Moon or Moonlight Becomes You, one of them. I'm not sure which one it is, but anyway, we did the trio version, and they liked it.
Yeah, that's interesting. So this record here, and you've got Harry Allen on the saxophone, which I really enjoy on here. Um,
It's
so
great.
yeah, and you recorded this in Stockholm in 2016. It says.
Yes, yes, because Hans Buckenroth, he played quite a bit with Harry Allen. When Harry Allen came over, they played uh, in Denmark and Sweden. So I thought, because I always wanted to play with him. I played with him in New York, like a part of another group. But so I suggested to Venus that we could make a record with a horn player. And so he was close. So we used him. He's a wonderful player. He combines Stan Getz and Ben Webster. He's like I think it's two of his big. I never spoke to him, but that's obvious to me. But he likes both of these guys really. It's interesting combination.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. It's
And
different.
he's one of the very few guys that played this kind of, I don't know what you call it. You might call it like mainstream. Uh, well, he's very adaptable. He can play as modern as you like, but he plays really solidly in the swing tradition, like a little bit
Right.
modern, more modern than swing, but basically. And he's got this sound like very close to Stan. Um, uh, so it was easy. They were.
But
I remember I lost my wallet in the. I had to go, so they were waiting for me. I know it was not.
you're late to the studio.
It was, yeah. It was early. The boats are going so early here. I needed to go that day from my island to Stockholm, and they're going so early. I didn't get good sleep. I was finishing arrangement, and so I didn't get that much sleep. So when I came to Sweden and we took the bus, I was on the back seat sleeping, and somehow my wallet with everything slipped away
Oh
on the
man.
seat.
Oh
And so
no.
I go to I'm taking taxi to the studio. The studio is a little bit outside of Stockholm, and I'm looking for my wallet to pay, and there's nothing. And I'm like in panic, and I go to studio
Yeah,
and I'm
that's not
saying,
good.
"No, I've lost my wallet. What we're gonna do?" Guys are laughing. Not only am I late, I need the money to pay the taxi. But
Is-
luckily, I called the bus. I called the Viking line, which this bus belongs to, and they found it. So
oh, okay. Now I can see you. Yeah. All right.
right, I wanted to show you something.
Okay.
First of all, I wanted to show you this. You haven't seen this. This is my first album.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that on eBay, but man, they're really expensive. You can't find those.
Oh, I wish I could give it. I
Those
don't
are
have
hard to
LP.
find.
I don't have LP version of that either. I think I have the original. I don't have Japan. I have original Finnish LP. Yeah, but I want
That's
to show
cool.
you this.
Well, let's see. I can't see that. Oh, is that the Venus record set?
Yeah, this is like
Oh,
the
yeah.
50th anniversary. 10 LPs.
That's
And
pretty cool.
it has many of my tunes here. On every record, there's my tune.
That's like a
So
compilation
just want
of.
to show this I got from my company now. I
Yeah.
haven't even opened it yet.
Oh, that's right. You don't have because you don't have a record player anymore, right? When you lost everything, you don't, right? Because
Yeah.
you lost your collection.
I had because I got paid.
So we have to talk about the newest one, right?
The newest one is nice. Yes.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this one probably in the next week or two. This one, the review of this one. This is the
I
last
told
one.
you the story about this, right?
Yeah, you told me yes, and about the
This
cover.
is the dog that died.
Yeah, and so you did the
This
song
is a
for
dog.
her. For
Yeah, this is a Percy that unfortunately passed. But she's
Yeah.
got a new dog now in his place, so she's got.
oh,
two.
okay. So this, but I
But you're
really.
freezing from time to time.
Oh, do what?
Sometimes the picture is freezing. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit freezing on your side, but hopefully, usually since it's uploading on both sides, it will fix it when I download it.
It's
So
okay.
as long as when we stop, we wait for it to
Yeah.
for it to
I
upload.
can see you well now.
The autumn leaves on here is really nice, and it's a pretty long one. It's like 8 minutes, which is the longest one on the album. Tell us a little bit about that tune.
Yeah, we did 2 takes on this Autumn Leaves. I remember that. We just did it to warm up, But it came out quite good. So I send all my material to them. They make the decisions, final decisions up to them. Of course, if I really don't like something, I would tell them that sorry, this is. But yeah, the second take.
That's the one you
Usually,
used.
second take we approve. Yeah. So I don't do more than 2 takes. This is it.
And this was done in the same studio as the other two, wasn't it?
It's a little
or no?
bit. This is the same studio as the other 2 previously, yes, but not the same studio as From Russia with Love and Harry Allen.
Right. Yeah, this is a great record. I'll be doing a review of this one soon, so you can be on the
Thanks.
lookout for that. Yeah, we'll play
Yeah,
that for everybody.
I got the go ahead from my company now to make a next one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and actually, also on top of that, uh, the company owner, he was at the club the first night in Tokyo, and he liked this club and the ambience so much. He said he wants to do a live record there
Oh,
next year.
awesome.
Yeah,
That'll be
so
great.
yeah, so I may have I may have two records coming up.
It'll be on the Venus.
Yeah, yeah, they still,
Nice.
they yeah they appear to be very enthusiastic, very into it. Well, we play well, I don't know what's not that I can say that I don't play badly somewhere, but it's especially inspiring to play in Japan. I don't know, and that plays sometime, and Body and Soul also. It has such an ambience that is just it gives especially great impetus and inspiration to do your best. I was trying to tell these people how much I love them. Almost tears coming to my eyes, because they're just so much into music, and they just from the first note we play, maybe even before that, when they see you coming in the club, they're already uploading, But many people, of course, they have my records and stuff.
Right. Do you already have
Yes.
an idea of what you're going to do on the next studio album? Do you already have some songs that you haven't done that you want to do?
I do have some, yeah. I do have some ideas, yes. But I need to start working on it more seriously. Also, I'm not sure where to do it. If I would have liked to do it again in New York, but I don't know if they're gonna go for that, and I don't know if it's worth it, because with all the traveling and New York musicians may be more expensive. I would love to do one with Ron Carter, because we used to play.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we used to play together quite a bit. I did many duo, well, some trio things too, and in a band too. Sometimes I've been with him, but mostly I especially appreciated the times we played just the duets. In the places like Bradley's, where you have to do many sets a night and like maybe 2 weeks in a row, and really many tunes together. So by the end of the week, you really feel together.
Right. Yeah, and there's a lot of great places to record in New York. Some of the Sound on Sound Studios is one of the ones that they're making a lot of jazz records out of there, and they sound really good. Yeah, so that's it. There's a lot of, like you say, a lot of great musicians in New York.
Yes.
The
Of course. New York is
that
still-
the Smoke Sessions label, that Smoke Jazz Club, they're doing a lot of they do a lot of straight ahead.
Live sessions, yes. Yes. Well, live sessions, of course, I mean, you're taking a risk, but then again, if you have good ambience, good audience, it's good. Yeah. Yeah. I never played Smoke. I remember it used to be called Augies, and they never then in my time, and they didn't have piano, so I didn't go there.
Right.
Some
Okay.
people play like organ or keyboards there. They didn't have good piano, but then they changed. Yeah. So I never played Smokes. Yeah. So they
So
were
that's
open
exciting.
to. Yes, New York can be exciting, but with the jet lag and everything, you're trying to squeeze everything in the studio, and many times you're tired, don't get enough sleep. So sometimes it can be stimulating. You acting on adrenaline, excited. Sometimes can be great, sometimes not so great. I don't know if you heard my Whisper Not record I did in New
I
York.
don't have that one.
That is a good one. I'm proud of that one.
I don't
It
see
was,
that one very easy. It's not very easy to find. A lot of yours are hard to find on vinyl.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if I have it on vinyl. Not sure. Um, uh, and the other one I did, The Way You Look Tonight, with Kenny and Peter Washington, also in New York. We did, and
They're awesome rhythm
let's
section.
see. There are a couple of records on Savanos that you may not be aware of that we did with with George Mraz and Billy Hart. I did two other records in New York. One it's called New York Revisited, and the other one Easy to Love. So I don't think they came out on LP. I know White Nights, as you can see, of course, White Nights they released on LP, but they didn't release everything
Right.
on LP. Yeah. So,
Maybe you can
yeah,
get them.
so I have,
Maybe you can get them to reissue some of these, Vladimir. Is that possible? Where you might be able to get Venus Records to repress those, or you have to get the licensing for that, or how does that work?
to make them on LP.
Yeah, if you wanted to put them out again
This
on
is on.
LP.
Well, those sessions are not for Venus; they were for Savanos, and I don't know if they were successful enough for them to make LP. You know, I think they made LP out of White Nights because it was such a big seller. So you know, I think the price is quite high. I kind of have a feeling that it's an expensive one.
That one was a lot. I actually got that one at pretty decent. I think I've got that one for like $75, but they go for over $100. They're hard to find.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
when I did, yeah, I think this is crazy prices for.
yeah, they are. They are great. That is expensive.
Yeah, a little bit. But of course, now $100 doesn't sound such a big. Not like before, you know. We used to pay for
Well, it
some
keeps
rare
getting less and
rare
less.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Hey,
you know,
I had a
hundred
question on
dollars.
that. On that White Nights, I did have a question on that. Was that recorded on analog equipment or digital back then? Because 1990 was kind of some studios did digital recording and some did on tape still. Do you know if that was on tape?
I don't think so. I don't think.
Okay.
Not that I'm a specialist, but I don't think it was a tape.
It
No,
sounds very good.
no, I don't think it was on tape. Yeah, yeah. We were supposed to do it. We were supposed to do it for RCA, but what happened is there was another pianist that that they invested in from Eastern Europe. They invested in that project, and he didn't deliver for them. I don't want to say the pianist's name, but he disappointed
Yeah.
them. I mean, the sales were not good, so
Right.
they thought about me. It's another pianist from Eastern Europe, so no go. So they didn't.
Yeah, that's
They
it.
didn't.
That's,
Yeah, so they didn't buy the project, which was disappointing. And then we had that. Larry was trying to shop around for any record company, and nobody was interested until we talked with Concord, and so they put it out. Uh, and so unexpectedly, then Japan have found it, and so and the rest is history. It was the biggest seller
yeah.
in Japan.
Yeah, it's
But
interesting. The record companies back then were hard to deal with back then, the record companies. Right? It's
we
not the
sent
same
the
as it is today.
tapes.
Of course,
Yeah, we sent the demo tapes to almost everybody, and I had a very strong feeling that they didn't even listen. Once I think I don't know how exactly it works, but I think maybe you had to have some strong recommendation, connections, something like this. I think they get so many demo tapes and everything from different offers from different artists. They don't have. I don't see how
Sure.
they can have time to listen through it all. I even felt at
Right,
one point
yeah.
I was frustrated. I wanted to send them empty tape. At some point, I wanted to send them empty tape
Oh, yeah.
and see what they're going to say. Because I usually got the standard letter, we just right now we're not signing new artists and blah blah blah, and let us know when you're going to perform live. So I'm thinking they're probably not even listening to this. So just let me send it to empty tape and see what they're going to say.